Hello, I'm Kate Champion, and I'm very excited to be speaking to you as the new Artistic Director of Black Swan State Theatre Company. I'd like to acknowledge the Whadjuk Noongar people as the traditional custodians on the land on which we work and live. We pay respects to all Aboriginal elders and people and stand united towards a shared future. My life in theatre has been varied, to say the least. From decades as a performer to directing and devising in a multitude of art forms, including theatre, dance theatre, opera, musicals, film and circus. But at its core, every artistic choice I have made has been stimulated by the never-ending search and constant desire to illuminate our shared human experience through storytelling. Seeking out the timely questions of our era, interrogating pressing social issues, representing who we are, and perhaps just as importantly, who we want to become as a society. Whatever the subject, style, or type of show, if it grips my imagination in a way that excites and provokes, then I'm on board. Our 2023 season has an abundance of Western Australian talent in a range of theatrical experiences that do just that. We return next year to the State Theatre Centre for our season of productions that showcase works from classic to contemporary, independent to mainstage, interstate to WA, and a world premiere of a new Australian work. Each play has been written and created by Australian artists at the peak of their powers and infused with Western Australian talent spanning generations. We continue our dynamic relationship with Perth Festival by presenting Melbourne Theatre Company's production of Cyrano by the multi-talented Virginia Gay and directed by the highly regarded Sarah Goods. A fresh, contemporary, queer retelling of a classic tale that's a love letter to hope, to overcoming loneliness and isolation, to language and desire, and to the irrepressible magic of theatre, and to the hot mess that is the human heart. We celebrate our third year of Black Swan's partnership with the Blue Room Theatre and present the gripping murder ballad, The Bleeding Tree, by Angus Serini, directed by former resident and associate artist Ian Michael. This is a production of a contemporary, award-winning Australian work destined to become a classic. This will be Ian's directorial debut with Black Swan, and we're thrilled to bring it to the main stage. Ian has given the work new life through a WA First Nations cast and has taken this poetic, gothic and intensely compelling tale to new levels of darkness and humour. We welcome home one of WA's most celebrated and acclaimed writers, Andrew Bovell, with his play about family and about love in its many complex forms. Things I Know to Be True features an all-WA cast and follows 1 year in the life of an Australian family, the Prices. Fran and Bob have brought up 4 noisy, healthy kids. It should be time to stop and smell Bob's precious roses. But just when things should be slowing down, the complicated lives of all 4 offspring come crashing back. It's relatable, complicated, and deeply suburban. For each of Black Swan's seasons, I plan to program a production that challenges the notion of what theatre can be. With this aim in mind, it is my great pleasure to bring Broom's resident company, Marrageku, back to its home state with one of its most compelling and important works. Jarangu Nungar, meaning straight talk in Yaru language, is directed, devised and designed by an extraordinary team of artists. It's not easy to reduce into words the impact of this multi-art form dance-based piece of theatre. At times, it's searingly painful to watch. At other times, supremely beautiful. Exploring Indigenous and refugee stories of humiliation and torture in prisons and detention centres. We are invited to simultaneously consider the power of their joy and hope. Jarangu Nungar is a hard-hitting and yet life-affirming piece of art as activism. And finally, Dirty Birds, a new Australian work created by well-loved WA actors and sisters Hayley and Mandy McElhinney. This is a story that has lived in their imaginations for over 20 years. Reflecting on their personal histories and Irish heritage, Dirty Birds is an amusing and poignant work exploring the universal themes of cultural identity, displacement and belonging. born of this land but belonging to another. They are in limbo between two worlds, disconnected from and at odds with the land they are on. Their humorous existence is played out again and again through a series of repeated games. Waiting for the kettle to boil never looks so funny. Black Swan's history is full of bold theatrical endeavours and unique Western Australian perspectives. My first experience with Black Swan dates to the original co-production of Tim Winton's Cloud Street in 1998. I am immensely proud to have the opportunity to build on the company's history, a history like no other and an inspiration for all who follow. Without consciously choosing a theme for a season, inevitably one does emerge. For me, season 2023 in many ways is a bridge from then to now, classic to contemporary, independent to mainstage, interstate to WA, regional to metro. A bridge from stability to embracing change, parent to child, sister to sister, marginalised to prominent, emerging to established. A bridge from actor to writer, Ireland to Australia, local to universal, and from us to you. I'd like to thank Fortescue for continuing as our principal partner, our generous donors, corporate and government partners, and our board members for supporting us over the last year. Immense thanks to the actors, creatives, crews and staff who continually give their best. And importantly, a heartfelt thanks to you, our audience. We have been able to sustain our commitment to telling our impactful stories because of your never-ending encouragement and love of live theatre. All of us at Black Swan are looking forward to 2023 with renewed energy, ambition and strength. I encourage you to become a member of Black Swan to unlock a range of benefits. Please contact our wonderful ticketing team either in person, by phone or book online. I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the State Theatre Centre in 2023. You're in for a stimulating ride.
Cyrano is about longing and isolation and hope and triumph. Cyrano is filled with everything that makes live theatre extraordinary.
It's gutsy and it's glorious and it's brave, and it will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's got this poetry that holds you in one place.
I think Andrew really captures something about Australian life and about the family. He's able to write place very, very clearly, and he grew up in Perth, so in some ways I think this is his most personal play.
It's dance that's packed with joy, resilience, sadness and power.
Dirty Birds is a funny, tragic and absurd play about two sisters. Written by us, performed by us.